Hello, everyone. Today we're diving into one of the scariest and strangest what-if scenarios you could imagine. Picture this. You're walking deep in the Amazon rainforest, the air heavy with humidity, when suddenly you come face to face with a massive green anaconda, one of the largest snakes on Earth. Before you can react, it strikes, coils around you with unbelievable strength, and begins to swallow you whole. But what would really happen if you were swallowed by an anaconda? Could you survive? Or would it be a one-way trip into the belly of the beast? First, let's get to know your predator. The green anaconda can grow up to 9 meters long and weigh over 200 kilograms. Unlike venomous snakes, anacondas kill their prey by constriction, squeezing until blood flow stops. Once their prey is dead, they begin swallowing it headfirst, thanks to jaws that can stretch far wider than you'd ever imagine. Their muscles are designed to push food down the digestive tract in a slow, powerful wave. So, if you were unlucky enough to be chosen as dinner, here's where it starts. The snake would first lock its jaws around your head or arm and then begin walking its mouth over your body, one side of the jaw moving forward at a time. The feeling would be horrifying, like being dragged into a living, tightening tunnel. But the real nightmare begins once you're inside. Once the anaconda begins swallowing you, your body would slowly slide past its jaws and into its muscular throat. Unlike humans, snakes don't chew. Their sharp, backward-facing teeth only keep prey from escaping. At this stage, you'd feel immense pressure around your chest as the snake's muscles contract in waves, pulling you deeper. Breathing would already be a struggle because your ribs had likely been compressed during constriction. Now imagine entering the snake's stomach. It's a dark, airless chamber filled with powerful digestive fluids, hydrochloric acid and enzymes designed to break down even bones and fur. For smaller prey like rodents or birds, digestion can take just a few days. But for something as large as a human, the snake would need weeks, maybe even a month, to fully dissolve the body. Your skin would start to blister from contact with the acids, and the lack of oxygen would quickly cause unconsciousness. In reality, survival inside is nearly impossible. But here's the fascinating part. Anacondas usually don't attempt prey as big as humans, because it's too risky. A failed attempt could injure the snake or even suffocate it if the meal is too large. That's why stories of people being swallowed are mostly myths, though there are rare cases of large snakes eating animals as big as deer, caimans, or pigs. So if you were swallowed, the anaconda itself would face a dangerous challenge. Its body would expand enormously, leaving it vulnerable to predators or even drowning if it tried to swim with such a heavy meal. While you're trapped inside, the snake's biology takes over. Anacondas can slow their metabolism dramatically, conserving energy to focus entirely on digesting a massive meal. The snake's internal organs, especially the stomach and liver, would temporarily enlarge, producing even stronger acids and enzymes. Your body would be gradually broken down into nutrients. But digestion of something as big as a person isn't smooth. The process would generate a huge amount of heat inside the snake's body. Scientists have measured that after eating a large animal, a python or anaconda's body temperature can rise by as much as 10 degrees Celsius. To compensate, the snake often becomes sluggish, hiding in a safe place where it won't be disturbed. If it had swallowed you, it would probably retreat into dense jungle or near the water's edge, lying motionless for weeks. Meanwhile, the environment plays a role. In warm, humid climates like the Amazon, the snake's digestion speeds up. But if the temperature drops or if the meal is simply too large, the body might start to decompose inside the snake before it's fully digested. that could release gases and even poison the snake from within. In short, the act of swallowing a human could be deadly for the predator too. And here's a surprising fact. Scientists believe that snakes like anacondas are limited not just by strength, but by jaw flexibility. Their jaws are connected by stretchy ligaments, allowing them to open incredibly wide, enough for prey up to 3 to 4 times the diameter of their own head. For an exceptionally large anaconda, that could include something human-sized, but only barely. From the outside, it would be a disturbing sight. Imagine walking through the Amazon and spotting a massive anaconda resting near the water. Its normally smooth, muscular body would look swollen and uneven, with a huge bulge in the middle. This bulge would be the unmistakable outline of its prey, in this case, a human. For locals or scientists who might come across such a scene, it would be both horrifying and fascinating. Anacondas are ambush predators, so after swallowing something so big, they wouldn't move much. They'd lie motionless for weeks, almost camouflaged against mud or vegetation. During this time, they are vulnerable because a predator or even humans could kill them before they finish digesting. In fact, when snakes eat something too large, they sometimes regurgitate it just to escape danger. Another dramatic possibility is what would happen inside the snake's body if digestion couldn't keep up. The gases of decomposition might expand, making the bulge even more grotesque. Sometimes, these gases can cause the snake to regurgitate explosively, spitting out its prey to save itself. That means, in rare scenarios, someone swallowed might end up expelled, though not alive. From an evolutionary standpoint, swallowing such massive prey is a gamble. If successful, it provides enough nutrition for months. But if it fails, it could cost the snake its life. This is why such encounters between giant snakes and humans are more legend than everyday reality. Though in the Amazon, the possibility still lingers in local folklore and rare accounts. So, what if you were swallowed by an anaconda? The reality is far less like the movies and far more about biology. Yes, anacondas are incredibly powerful constrictors, capable of taking down animals much larger than you might expect. Deer, capybaras, even caimans. And yes, in theory, a very large anaconda could swallow a human. But in practice, such an event would almost certainly be fatal for both sides. For you, the crushing force of the constriction would end things long before digestion ever began. And for the snake, swallowing a prey as large and awkward as a human would be risky. The slow digestion, heat buildup, and vulnerability during the weeks it takes to process such a meal could expose the snake to starvation, disease, or predators. In other words, it's not a smart move for the snake. Nature favors efficiency, not spectacle. That's why, while legends of giant man-eating snakes persist in the Amazon and beyond, science shows us that the chances are extremely slim. Still, the idea captures our imagination because it forces us to confront two primal fears: being hunted and being consumed. So next time you hear a story about a snake big enough to swallow a person, remember, it's partly myth, partly biology, and 100% a reminder of just how strange and powerful the natural world can be.